right, we can go on and get started. This is the meeting of the Dresden Beer Board. I'm City Recorder Jennifer Branscombe. I'm just the moderator, note taker for this meeting. Mike Youngblood, are you going to act as the chairman of the committee?
What did you say, Jennifer? I didn't hear the last part of that.
Are you chairman of this board?
Oh, yeah, I'm afraid I still was.
Okay. We have TJ's Market. Danny is on the line. Little General. We have Chad and Sail Oil. We have Billy on the line with us. And Brian Chandler is on the line, and he is the officer with the Dresden Police Department that worked in conjunction with the Weakley County Prevention Coalition to do the alcohol compliance checks on December 18th. So, Mike, I don't know if you want Brian just to give a brief overview. I think everybody has a copy of his report of the compliance check. But I didn't know if you wanted him just to tell you what went on, and then we can discuss the violations from there.
Yeah, let Lieutenant Chandler set him give us a rundown of everything for the owners that are here and for the record. Okay, y'all ready?
We're ready.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. On December 18th, we conducted a compliance check at all the establishments that sell alcoholic beverages. We found the 4 that are listed tonight to be not be in compliance with that, and they sold alcoholic type beverages to our 20-year-old undercover that was provided by the Weakley County Prevention Coalition. And they went inside the store, made the purchase, brought the purchase to me in the car, and the clerk that was responsible for the sale was issued a citation into General Sessions Court for sale of alcohol to a minor. That kind of sums it all up.
Okay. And I believe those clerks will have General Sessions Court sometime in February now that the January court has been postponed.
That is correct. They have been rescheduled to February the 4th instead of the January court date.
Gotcha.
Due to the COVID-19 restriction passed down from the Tennessee Supreme Court. Hey.
Hey, Mark.
Hey. Sorry about that. Got busy.
That's okay. We just heard an overview from Brian Chandler on the violations. So we haven't discussed anything for the businesses yet. We just mentioned that the clerks will have their court date at General Sessions Court in February, since the January court date was postponed due to COVID regulations.
Okay.
Okay, Mike?
Now, both the other members are on the line now?
Yes, all 3 beer board members are present.
Okay. All right. Have y'all had time to do your research or whatever about this, the violation of our laws?
Hey, this is Tim Spence. I just got a quick question.
Okay.
All four of the businesses are in violation. Is this their first violation?
This is the first compliance check that we have conducted since January 2020 or December 2019. It's been over a year, or right at a year, since the last compliance check was done.
Okay. I guess my question would be, I know there's the first time offense, second, third, and so forth. How long is it year by year status? Or let's say someone 2 years ago violated, is that considered a second offense, or we just go year by year?
I think we have gone year by year. We have historically done a first, second, third offense if the second and third offense has occurred within the probationary period.
I got you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So just so that the other people on the line are know, historically, and this board has the option to do whatever they feel needs to be done. But first offense, there has been a $500 civil penalty assessed and a 6-month probation. Should a second offense occur within the 6-month probation, the civil penalty increases to $1,000. There is a 9-month probation at that point, and the beer license permit is revoked for 30 days. If a third offense occurs within the probationary period, the civil penalty has increased to $1,500, and the beer permit is revoked for a 60 to 90-day period, of which no alcohol sales whatsoever can be conducted within those revocation periods.
All right, I'll make a motion. We just charge them the first offense.
I second that motion.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Now let's have some discussion. Lieutenant Chandler, you still on here?
That's Tim.
I am here. Okay. Yeah, this is Brian. I'm here. Okay. What I would like to ask is, are we going? Is the coalition going to conduct more background checks within this calendar year? Yes, sir. We are planning to do more. I don't know when yet, but that's our plan. Right, correct. Yeah. But yes, so the plans are to do a few more within this calendar year. Okay. All right. Well, like I said, the last one we had was well over a year ago, and yes, that's the reason I'm asking, because it doesn't really have any bite to it if you don't have a second or a second and a third offense if we're not conducting them. Right. So that's the reason I wanted to ask. Okay. Well, with that, I just wanted to ask that question anyway. Yeah. We have a motion to assess the minimum or first time penalty of $500 and 6 months probation. We have a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
I have one question.
Motion carries, Jennifer.
Okay, I have one question. Is there a time frame that you all would like the civil penalty paid in within? You want it within 30 days?
Well, if they would like it, I would say that's a good time. Either that or their probationary period doesn't start until their penalty's paid. Just whichever y'all want to do.
Well, I would suggest that the probationary period starts today.
Okay.
And the civil penalty paid within 30 days.
Big time, mate. If it's okay with the board.
Sounds great.
Okay.
So the probationary period will end July the 7th.
July 7th. Okay.
Will we, this is Billy Green with the oil company.
Yes, sir.
Will we be receiving something from you stating about the penalty and what we owe and where we need to send the payment to?
Yes, sir. I will type up these minutes and get them to you, as well as an invoice if that's what you need to pay from. And the minutes will state that the civil penalty is to be paid within 30 days and that the 6-month probation starts today. Will that suffice, or do you need something else?
This is Chad with Little General.
Uh-huh.
Is any consideration given for the amount of training that we gave these employees to, try to make them not do what they did? I sent papers up to City Hall and all the training that we gave the young lady, but she did it anyway.
Well, as I'll speak for myself, and you're ultimately responsible for her.
Okay.
And she might have had the training, and I haven't seen any paperwork, so that's the reason I said, I'm sure you train your employees, but she's still your employee, and you are ultimately responsible.
Okay.
Just luckily nobody got hurt.
Right.
So.
Will we get some kind of outcome on what happens on the February 4th deal with the employee? This is Billy Green again. I'm sorry, with the oil company.
Mhm.
Our policy is when you sell alcohol to a minor, you're automatically terminated. So I have no longer communication with that employee, but I would like to be able to know maybe what happened to her in court when she went. Maybe if she got fined also. Because we do an automatic termination, just like Little General said, we go through a extensive training with our employees. I'm not as familiar with Tennessee. We have that one store up there, and I sure hate that happen because that is not something that we look to have, especially somebody that maybe it wasn't an undercover person. I would hate to think that anybody's kid went in there and bought beer and had an accident on the way home and hurt somebody or themselves. But we do try to do the best we can. We're here in Mississippi. I've had this happen 3 times in my 32 years of working with the company, but I've never been obsessed with penalty that severe the first time. And usually it is a year probationary period, but I understand where you guys are coming from.
Brian, is that something you would know after court? What happens with the clerks?
That's going to be an open records. They can call up the courthouse and find out what happened.
Okay.
It should be on the open records thing. Or they can call up. With dealing with COVID, that's just their arraignment day on February 4th. They will have a hearing day set on a Wednesday morning. I mean, who knows when, because dealing with the COVID-19 issue. But I could tell them they could give me a call at the police department. I'd say March-ish maybe, and I'll be glad to talk to them. Just tell them, one of y'all up front will answer. If I'm not in, they can be transferred to my voicemail, and I will be glad to return a phone call if I have a disposition on how the case has turned out.
Okay.
All right, that's the best I can do at this point without anything else. So I'd say March at least.
Okay.
Anybody else have anything they'd like to say? Do I hear a motion to adjourn? Thank you. We'd have a motion and a second. That's only 2 of them, so I'd say the business meeting is adjourned.
All right. Thank you all very much. Feel free to call me if you got any questions, and I'll get the minutes and invoice to you as soon as I can.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer.
Thanks, Mike.
Alrighty.
Bye-bye.
It is pretty steep, but it needs to